Hey everybody, it's sdkfz163 with Midnight the Ferocious Sissy coming to you from the Swamp Pit. I am going to be doing my first ever kind of a inbox review on my Tamiya 135th Sturmgeschutz IV sdkfz163. And time permitting, after the Desert Storm and the Secret Santa group builds, if I have enough time that I feel I can get this semi-done even near the end of the group build, I will enter this into Russell Gosselin's D-Day group build. It's 1/35th scale. The box is pretty much the typical type of box. Top lifts off. The box art, very nice. Shows the tank in German paint scheme, dark yellow. Side of the box just shows the same tank on both sides. The other side shows the tank and a tank and a figure, and then the other side shows different tanks in this family of tanks. So the back's pretty much empty. It's a skill level 2 kit. Got the instructions. You got a little precaution here. It says, warning, make sure to heat sprue with PS marking. Other sprues may generate poisonous gas if heated. Caution, incomplete combustion of sprue generates black smoke. Be careful not to inhale. So that's something that I've never seen before. So sprue must be polystyrene or it's combustible. Huh. Never knew that. Inside the box you have the instructions, your typical Tamiya tracks, 2 bags of sprues, and the upper hull. So, or 2 bags of sprue on the lower hull, I'm sorry. Let me open this up. Parts are molded in brown plastic. The first one, sprue C, I don't see any flash whatsoever. No flash whatsoever. That's typical for a Tamiya kit though. Lots of nice detail. Got very few mold lines. Sprue C's got the upper hull right here. Both fenders, the cupola, and other bits and bobs. You can see where the grills back here will take a wash easily. Sprue C or D, you got the armored plates. Wow, that's a lot of river. Brackets and hooks. So, like I said, very few mold lines. Got a few rough marks to the burr, but with an X-Acto or sanding stick, you can take care of those easily. Very nice panel lines and detail for the upper hull and fenders. So, I'm really happy with these panel lines. I really like this detail back here for the grill too. So, open the second bag here. Got 2 sprues. again, very little flash or burring. Detail's great. I mean, the wheel detail on this is just awesome. So very few rivet marks anywhere. Where there are a few, they're hidden. The bottom of the lower hull has two hole marks, two holes I should say, and then this flat piece here that'll have to be filled with putty. And I gotta be sure to paint the bottom of this lower hull to make my brother Gail happy. So the poly caps right here. The poly caps are connect to the idle wheels and drive sprockets or harder rubber, so that's cool. Tracks join like the typical Tamiya tracks do. If I actually fold them right, they have two little hooks there. You just press down and then you get something real hot, push down on it to like mold it together, but I don't like to do it that way. I like to super glue them and then put a staple diagonal, like one this way and one that way diagonally. That way, you know, I don't worry about ruining the tracks like I did the last set I had. So I choose to staple them. Tack a CA glue. And melting damages a lot of them. So looks like a really nice build. The decal sheet, pretty simple. Pretty thick paper, I don't really like that. But basic German decal and numbers for the vehicle. Shows which assault brigade you want to depict, which division you were in, and a tactics mark. So that's the decals. Instruction sheets, I'm very happy. This one came with an American sheet and a Japanese or Chinese sheet, whatever this is. Now I don't have to go up to the local Chinese food store and get them to translate the direction for me like I did to Panzer II. No, I didn't. But typical 3 fold-out leaflet, white paper. Front gives a nice write-up on the Sturmgeschutz, what it was used for, explaining the vehicle. Open it up, it gives you the sprues, shows you what's on each sprue, so you don't get the pieces confused. Paint call out are all Tamiya colors naturally. It's Tamiya kit. Explains the build process. Starts with the wheels, fixing of suspension, fixing of the wheels, construction of the gun barrel, upper hull parts, hook and cupola, more fixing the upper hull parts, bulletproof cement blocks, the upper hull parts again, then the armor plates, and then completion. So paint schemes, as you'll see here, paint schemes, it gives one scheme of the German Sturmgeschutz in dark yellow, but I'll be researching that because up till February 18th, 1943, the paint color was German gray. When they went to dark yellow, it was like February 18th and 43, and depending on the terrain and the battlefield they were in, they would often painted another color right over it, right in the field. They went to dark yellow. They also used red brown or a dark green. So I need to try to find some research reference photos to depict that, so I know for sure. That way I can determine what paint scheme I want. But I'm really happy. Whoa, don't drop them. I'm really happy with all the detail on this. Look at the detail on all those wheels. It's really cool. And this upper hull too, man. I'm just loving how crisp that upper hull looks. I just love these grills back here. I'm anxious to blackwash them. Never blackwashed anything in my life, so that'll be a first for me. So take it easy on me. Remember, this was my first ever open box review ever, so kind of nervous about doing that, but there you have it. That's the Tamiya 135th Sturmgeschutz sdkfz163. And I'm hoping to get this entered into Russell Gosselin's D-Day group build, time permitting. So we'll see where things are after I get the Desert Storm group build done and we get the Secret Santa going. So till then, for now, hope everybody has a great weekend. Check everybody out in the next video. Hooterville 75 with Midnight the Ferocious Sissy. See ya, boys.